Hi people. This is part 2 of familiars. Now, yeah, the familiar spirit will want an offering. You kind of need to feed it in order to get it more powerful, in order to get it more. The more fed the spirit is, the more intense, the more powerful your work is going to be. Now, I'm not saying go and give a blood sacrifice. I'm not saying that. I mean, each to their own. Sorry, I've quit smoking and I think I've got loads of just icky stuff clearing off my chest. So yeah, anyway. I mean, I occasionally also laid other things aside from blood down for him. I'll be like, oh, here you are, here is some milk, here is some apples, here is blah, 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 here is blah, blah, blah. You know, and various things like that. And he'll be like, yum, thank you. And now the next thing what I'm going to explain is I'm going to explain what I do when I want him to work for me. Now, it's important when I was talking about bedding the spirit, it's important to have a jam jar, like a lid for your jar. Now, a lid, by having a lid screwed onto that, it's almost like by unscrewing the lid and taking the lid off, it's like setting it free into the environment and it's saying, go play. Now, obviously, each spirit has each different temperament, different ways. My familiar is very mysterious. He's very... I'll set him free, but he's gone for like a day or so. Like he's gone for a while and then he'll come back. And that's sometimes even if I don't ask him to do things, he likes to go and play. And that's fine. Nobody gets hurt or anything like that. And I make that clear to them. It's very important to be clear. But yeah, by unscrewing the lid, I then speak into the jar and I say, please come out and play, have a play, come out and please do this for me, blah, 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 blah. If you do this, I will, boom, and then do that. And then once it's done, give them the offering. But remember to give them the offering because they're very, very, they'll hold you to it. They will. And, you know, the spirits, at the end of the day, their spirits are very powerful. Now, I just want to explain a little story of how Jesus, my chest, sorry. I just want to explain a little story of how the spirits, the familiar spirits work, how they work. Now, I think my partner must have been going through a bad time or something sort of bad had happened or was going to happen, or I didn't have the feeling something was right, and so on. So I asked him, I said his name obviously, and I said, please protect my partner from any harm. Now, anyway, that night we both went to sleep and my partner wakes me up in the middle of the night like that, and I was like, what? And he was like, oh, like that. And I was like, what's wrong? And he was like, I've just had the most mental dream. And his dream was, he was standing in the middle of a room, surrounded by loads of different people. And there was a cat by him that had hold of him. It was literally had hold of him like that and would not let him go. Had its claws dug into him and wouldn't let him go. The spirit would not let him go. And every time somebody else came up to him, either to touch him, the cat would unclaw itself and go absolutely mental at other people. Now, you know, and it happened to him. Now, my familiar comes in the form of a cat. I can't say too much, but that's an example of how they work, and you'll find as well a lot of the times with familiar spirits, like a lot of times with just spirits, it will go dead for months and months and months, and then there'll be a massive burst of energy, of atmosphere, and of activity within that spirit. So yeah, and it depends what spirit exactly it is that you've bedded. Know what spirit you actually have. Know what spirit you've bedded. Do your research, because when it comes to spirits, some of them don't mess about. But that's just a short 2-part video on familiars. I mean, I only really intended it to be a one video, but I've over chatted again. So over and out, and I hope you enjoy.